साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ 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 साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्।
Dear devotees, you are about to embark on the greatest journey of your life, a journey to the core of your inner being. Please, all in a low voice, follow the Omkar and let your mind reach a quietude of silence. All together, let us repeat the pranava. Please sit up straight, and in the quietness of your mind, hear the sound of your breathing. Breathe in and out, in, out. Now, open your eyes and see the light in front of you. This is the light of a candle. Gaze intently at the light. Now, feel the light shining in the center of your forehead. Now half close your eyes and feel the light in the center of your forehead. Now, let that light come down your neck to the center of your chest. Imagine a flower, a lotus, opening petal by petal to receive the light. Now the light is resting on the lotus. The lotus disappears, only the light remains. But it is no more the light of the candle. It is a round ball of formless light. It is a light of divinity within you. Feel this light now expand, and feel the light going down your body, into your legs, up to your feet. Feel warmth as the light surges through your limbs. And make this mental vow, O Lord, my legs, touched by the light of your divinity, will always take me only to places of goodness. Feel the light surging upwards, up into your chest, around your shoulders, and down into your arms and fingers. Feel a warmth as this light surges through you. Make this mental vow, O Lord, my arms, touched by the light of your divinity, will only yearn to do what is good. Now feel the light surging upwards into your neck and into your face, into your head, and the light now shines in your eyes. Make a vow. My eyes must yearn to see only what is good. Feel the light now shining in your ears. My ears must yearn to hear only what is good. Feel the light now shining on your lips. My lips must yearn to only speak what is good. Now, feel this light now shining into your whole body. The light illumines the body. In your mind, repeat the words, the light is in me. Now feel the light expand. Expand, and you are now sitting in a ball of light, in a cone of formless light. Let your mind say, the light is within me. I am in the light. Feel a thrill of this light, and now feel this light expanding and filling this entire room with a divine glow. And let this light now go beyond this room, beyond and beyond, spreading ever further to this whole country, and beyond this country, beyond oceans and beyond nations. Let this light flow ever outwards to encompass the whole world. Now, imagine yourself, not your physical body, but an inner being within you, like a gigantic divine form, sitting on the globe, and the light of your divinity, the light of your love, encompassing the whole world. Stay for a moment, thrilled in that thought. Now, bring into your mind's eye and send your light of love to all the creatures of the world, all the animals and insects, creatures that fly or crawl, all of them are God's creatures. Send your light of love now to those whom you dislike or whom you think dislike you. Send your love, send your light of love to them. The same Atma in you is also in them. Let them feel the radiance of your light. Let them feel the radiance of your love. Now, into your mind's eye, bring those you love, your spouse, children, relations, friends, whoever. Bathe them with the divine glow of your love. Feel oneness with the whole world. Feel at peace with yourself. And now, look inside you. Can you imagine? Do you see a ball of light within you? In this ball of light, bring in the form of the Ishtadeva, the divine being that you love and worship. See this form smiling within you. See this divine form raise his hands in blessing. You have shared your love with the world. Now, receive the blessing and darshan of the divine within. Stay for a moment, thrilled in this thought that you and he are one. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Ek Omkar Satnam Karta Puraka Nirbhav Nirvair Akala Muraka Ajuni Sarvan Guru Prasad Japa Adha Sacha Jugad Sacha है भी सच, नानक होसी भी सच।
अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहु अकबर। अशहदु अन्ना इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, अशहदु अन्ना इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, अशहदु अन्ना मुहम्मदर रसूलल्लाह, अशहदु अन्ना मुहम्मदर रसूलल्लाह। हय्या अला सलाह, हय्या अला सलाह, हय्या अला फलाह, हय्या अला फलाह। अल्लाहु अकबर, अल्लाहु अकबर, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह।
नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुतते नमः। या तरिषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूवते धनुः, शिवाय शरव्याया कवतयानो रुद्रमृळया। या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी, वाचसा वागिविशाच्छावदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मरुं सुमना असत् अध्यवोचदधिभक्ता प्रथमो देव्योऽभिषक् अभीतश्च सर्वान् जम्भयन् सर्वान् प्रयातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये देवानुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षुश्रिता सहस्रशो वैशालुं हेरयीमहे असव्योपसर्पतिनीरग्रीवो विलोहितः उदैनं गो
गोविंद नारायण गोपाल नारायण गोविंद नारायण गोपाल नारायण गोविंद नारायण गोपाल गोविंद नारायण गोविंद गोविंद नारायण गोविंद गोविंद नारायण You are the Lord of the and
Govinda, memorable event, a very beautiful experience that it just touched me in ways I cannot explain. Those who have had a connection with Bhagawan over the years, we all have realized that Swami can touch our lives in many ways. He can connect to us through a book, through a word, through a glance. He can connect to us through a dream. I have had very few dreams of Bhagawan in my life, but one such dream I can never forget. In the dream, I was sleeping in the dining hall of the Leicester Sai Senior Boys Hostel. Physically also I was sleeping in the dining hall, and in the dream also I was sleeping in the dining hall. In the middle of the night, in my dream, I dreamed that suddenly Swami's car has entered the hostel, and through the rear door of the dining hall, Swami's car has entered the dining hall. And slowly, without making any noise, Swami's driver is taking the car through the dining hall. And behind him, Pushti brother was walking. Then only I woke up. I realized that all the boys were asleep and only I was awake, and I looked at Swami, and Swami just told me to keep it down, so because he doesn't want to wake everybody up. I was really excited at the opportunity because, I'm going to have one-on-one time with Bhagawan, all are sleeping, nobody knows Swami has come and only I know. So I start following Swami's car. Then Swami's car exits the dining hall through the front door and moves across the pathway, and he stops near the water cooler. And he tells me, I'm very thirsty, give me water. So I'm right there, I fill a tumbler of water and I offer it to Swami. And Swami says, you give me. So with my own hands, I gave Swami water. So Swami drank and, I fed Swami water. It was a wonderful dream, and Swami left, and when I got up in the morning, I was bathed in tears of joy. Very sweet dream. Unforgettable experience. That day morning, I was called for darshan. So I was sitting around 8:10 p.m. I was sitting in the veranda. Swami came outside the interview room and called me for interview. I went in. Two other brothers were sitting in the interview room, and after a few minutes, Swami said, give me water. So the usual practice is there is a silver tumbler with a small lid kept on the stool on the right of Swami. You take the glass, remove the lid and hand the glass to Swami. So as was the practice, I did the same. So I took the silver tumbler, I offered it to Swami. Swami did not stretch his hand out to take the glass, he kept looking at me. And I kept looking at Swami and I didn't know what to do. Then I looked at Pushti brother and everybody was confused. Swami asked for water, but Swami is just sitting and looking at the glass. Then in that moment, suddenly I remembered the dream which I had just about 4 hours before. And then I offered Swami water straight away and he drank from my hands just like he had done in the dream. So it was a very memorable event, a very beautiful experience that it just touched me in ways I cannot explain. Often we marvel and we are just so touched by Swami's connectedness to us. And more than touched, it is so inspiring that it makes us aspire for that inner connectedness with Swami, and not only with Swami, but all other beings who are in the orbit of our existence. One such night in the hostel, I had a very direct experience of Swami's oneness with all of us. In hostel you live with so many students, there are always some issues, something keeps happening. So I don't even remember exactly what happened, but I remember this much, that something had happened and I was slightly disturbed. And I was awake thinking till about 11:30, and I don't know when I drifted into sleep. So obviously I didn't have a great sleep. Next day morning in the interview room, Swami was sitting and Swami said, I'm very tired, very exhausted. I said, why Swami, what happened? Yesterday night I didn't sleep only properly, Swami said. I said, why Swami, what could disturb you, why you didn't sleep, what happened? Then Swami said, very lovingly he said, you see, you did not sleep well. So if you cannot sleep well, how can I sleep well? So it was such a deep eternal moment that beneath all his avatarhood, beyond all his miracles, beyond all his creation, the simple fact of Swami's existence was that he was just one with us. His heart contained all our hearts, and each one of our hearts contains the heart of Swami. In all this so-called drama, for lack of a better word, forgive me for using that word, we sometimes tend to forget the simple truth of Swami's connectedness with us. So that day I was really touched, and I really prayed to Swami that someday maybe we too experience that oneness with Bhagawan. I think that day only we will find fulfillment as a devotee of Swami. So we see that Swami can connect to us in any dimension. We call it states of consciousness, really, sleep, dream, but we are told by the scriptures and we are told by the testimony of great ones that for great beings like Swami, it is just one running stream. Also, we have seen how connected Swami is to us. Often I have wondered then, why are we not so connected to Bhagawan? Why do we need always to be in the physical proximity of Swami? Why do we have to verbally speak to him to establish a connection, or to seek guidance? Why are we not able to connect to the center of our being where Swami resides and seek directions for our life? One such test I had. I'm sorry to say I totally failed, but nevertheless it was an experience of tremendous learning for me. During my research, my penultimate year of research in 2007, I had to go to Bangalore for about a day to meet somebody to collect some data. It was just a day's work. I just had to go on Sunday morning, return on Sunday evening. So as was the practice, we ask Swami always before leaving Parthi, we seek his permission, and only when he has explicitly permitted us, we leave Parthi. Even if it is for just a few hours, we seek his permission. So I had got the chance. I gave a letter to Swami about 4 days before my journey, and I said, Swami, I have to go to Bangalore to meet so and so person, collect this data. May I go for a day? Swami said, of course, very good. Meet him, get good data, finish good PhD, very happy, go and come. So I was very happy. I fixed the appointment, everything was ready. Saturday night, as I was trying to go to bed, I was so deeply stirred by a sense of anxiety. I call it anxiety, but I really don't know what that experience was. It was just a very deep sense of discomfort. I just knew or felt that I should not go to Bangalore. There was no reason, there was no rhyme, there was no logic, no rationale, but I just felt from the depths of my being that I should not go to Bangalore. The mind was trying to identify reasons, there were none. Just the being said, don't go. But I went. I successfully ignored that voice. I somehow put myself to sleep, got up the next day at 5 a.m, took the KSRTC bus, and I reached Bangalore. It was a very uneventful trip. Whatever I had planned, I achieved. Whatever I needed, I got. I came back in the evening. About a day or two later, I was sitting with Swami in an interview room, and I said, Swami, with your grace, I went to Bangalore. I got my data. Everything is going well. Swami said, you going to Bangalore? When? I said, Swami, this Sunday. But I told you not to go. But I said, Swami, I gave you a letter 4 days back and you were very happy and you told me to go. No. Previous night I came to you. So many times I told you that don't go, don't go. But you did not listen. You still went. That moment it dawned on me that we believe that Swami is just this form. He is that form too. But Swami is so much more. And it was really an experience of great learning, that it is not just enough to connect to Swami emotionally. Emotion, of course, is a very good vehicle to connect to Swami, but there are various other dimensions to connect to Swami. So, over the years I have learned that when we silence the charges of our mind, the constant static in our mind, when able to silence it to a certain extent, we are able to connect to a Swami in a way which is more real, more strong than any physical connection.
So जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
Jai Sai Ram everyone. The announcements for today. We can now confirm that we are starting face-to-face bhajans at Soar Valley College from Sunday 6th March. We are currently reviewing what guidelines we will have in place when we return, but our initial thoughts are that we will continue with similar guidelines to last time, with one notable exception being that we will not be registering everyone who attends the bhajans. Next Sunday, we will provide more details and we look forward to seeing everyone at Soar Valley College from Sunday 6th March. In the meantime, we will continue with the online virtual program on YouTube. Bal Vikas also starts face-to-face classes from Sunday 6th March. We will provide more details next Sunday. We will be celebrating Mahashivratri on Tuesday 1st March at Soar Valley College, starting at 7:30 p.m. and will finish at 9 p.m. Please come and join us to celebrate the auspicious festival with a special program of bhajans. Thank you to everyone who donated the gifts for the orphans in Syria. The packs have now been handed over to the national team and they will make arrangements to deliver the gift bags to Syria. Now for the thought of the day by Assisi. Jai Sai Ram.
Saira. In Treta Yuga, Ravana's brother Vibhishana could not put up with his wrong deeds being done by Ravana. Opposing these actions, he tried to correct Ravana in all possible ways, but when his effort failed and he had no alternative, he sought refuge at the feet of embodiment of Dharma, Sri Rama. The prime offender was Ravana alone, but in the war with Rama, all the Rakshasas, demons, who supported him or sided him, perished with him. They paid the penalty for their abetment of his crime. Whoever may commit an offence, whether a son, daughter, spouse, a relation, or a close associate, one will be free from the taint of being accessory to the crime only if they oppose the wrong actions and try to correct the offender genuinely. If, on the contrary, they allow it to encourage or be done, they will be guilty of abetment and experience the fruits of actions. Jai Sai Ram.
समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति